Do you remember the game Monopoly? Do you remember the feeling you had when you finally bought Park Place or Boardwalk? It wasn't just about the plastic houses or the red hotels. It was the feeling of ownership. It was the realization that you could sit back, roll the dice, and let the other players pay you simply because you own the board. We grow up and we try to play this game in real life. We are told that the path to wealth is real estate, buy a house, rent it out, wait 30 years, retire. But look at the board today, the game is rigged. The price of a starter home is $500,000, interest rates are crushing. To get into the real estate game, you need a down payment that takes a decade to save. For 99% of people, the door to the landlord class is welded shut. You are stuck being the tenant, moving your piece around the board, paying rent to people who were born earlier than you. But what if I told you there is a second board? What if I told you there is a parallel universe where land is infinite, where you can buy a cash-flowing property for the price of a pair of sneakers, and where the returns aren't 5% a year, but 100% a month? Most people look at the internet and see screens, social media, and memes. The millionaire sees something else. They see digital real estate. Every blog, every niche website, every newsletter, every Shopify store, these are not just web pages. They are pieces of land, they have an address, they have traffic footfall, they have tenants, advertisers. And just like in the physical world, most of these properties are owned by tired landlords who have let the paint peel, the roof leak, and the garden die. This is your opportunity. The unique idea we are exploring today is digital renovation, or the website flip strategy. We are going to teach you how to identify distressed digital assets, ugly, broken, or neglected websites, buy them for pennies on the dollar or build them from scratch for zero, use modern tools to renovate them in a weekend, and flip them for a massive profit or keep them for passive income. This is how you become a real estate mogul without ever calling a bank, wearing a hard hat, or taking out a mortgage. Let's begin by understanding the math of the flip. In physical real estate, a house is valued based on comps, what the neighbor sold for. In digital real estate, a website is valued based on a multiple of profit. Currently, the market standard is a 30x to 40x monthly multiple. This means if a website makes $100 a month in profit from ads or affiliate links, it is worth roughly $3,000 to $4,000 to sell. If a website makes $1,000 a month, it is worth $30,000 to $40,000. Now pause and let that sink in. To increase the value of a physical house by $30,000, you might have to spend $20,000 on a new kitchen and wait 6 months. To increase the value of a website by $30,000, you only need to increase its monthly income by $1,000. In the digital world, money is faster, leverage is higher, and the barrier to entry is non-existent. Here is the 6-phase roadmap to building your digital real estate empire. Phase 1, the zero build, creating your first asset. If you have money to invest, skip to Phase 2, but if you are starting from absolute zero, if you are broke, you must become the developer. You have to build the first house on empty land. You need to pick a niche, do not pick health or wealth. Those are the Manhattan of the internet. They are too crowded, you will get crushed. You need to pick the suburbs. You need boring, specific, helpful niches. The best vacuum cleaners for pet hair. How to keep chickens in your backyard. Troubleshooting guides for 3D printers. Pickleball strategies for seniors. These are information niches. You are going to buy a domain name for $10. You are going to get cheap hosting for $5. You are going to install WordPress. It is free. You are going to write 30 to 50 articles answering very specific questions in that niche. Why is my 3D printer nozzle clogging? Best chicken coop heater for winter. In the past, writing 50 articles took 3 months. In 2025, with AI, you can do this in 1 weekend. You use AI to outline the articles. You use your human brain to fact-check and add personality. You publish them. You let the site sit. It's like planting seeds. Google will find it. In 3 to 6 months, you will start getting traffic. You put ads on the site, Google AdSense or Ezoic. You add Amazon affiliate links. Suddenly, the site makes $100 a month. Congratulations! You just created an asset worth $3,000 to $4,000. You created $3,000 out of thin air. You can now sell this site on a marketplace like Flippa or Motion Invest, take the $3,000 cash and graduate to Phase 2. Phase 2, the distressed hunt. Now you have capital, you are no longer a builder, you are a flipper. You are looking for the ugly houses of the internet. You go to Flippa or you look at private Facebook groups for bloggers. You are looking for a site that fits specific criteria. Good age, the domain is at least 2 years old. Google trusts age. Traffic exists, it has people visiting, but monetization is bad. The owner doesn't have ads or is selling a bad product or has broken links. Design is ugly, it looks like it was built in 2010, it's not mobile friendly. You will find a site like Steve's Fishing Tips. Steve is 60 years old. He wrote 200 articles about fishing 5 years ago. He gets 10,000 visitors a month, but Steve doesn't know how to make money. He maybe has one banner ad making $50 a month. He is bored, he wants to sell. You see the math differently. 10,000 visitors in the fishing niche should be making $500 a month, not $50. The site is undervalued. You buy it from Steve for $1,500, 30x his current $50 profit. Steve is happy, he gets cash. You are ecstatic, you just bought a gold mine covered in dirt. Phase 3, the renovation, the paint and carpet. Now you own the deed, it's time to renovate, but unlike a real house, you don't need lumber or contractors, you need optimization. Step 1, the speed fix. You move the site to a faster host, you install a caching plugin, you compress the images. Suddenly the site loads in 1 second instead of 5 seconds. Google notices, Google ranks you higher, traffic goes up 20% instantly. Step 2, the design fix. You install a modern, clean WordPress theme like GeneratePress or Cadence. It takes 10 minutes. Now the site looks professional, trust goes up. Step 3, the content audit. You look at Steve's old articles. Best Fishing Rods 2018. Nobody searches for 2018 anymore. You update the title to 2025. You use AI to refresh the content with new products. You republish. Google sees freshness. Traffic goes up another 30%. Step 4, the monetization switch. This is the big one. Steve was using basic Google ads. You sign up for a premium ad network like Mediavine or Raptive if traffic is high enough, or Ezoic. Instantly the ad revenue triples. You find high-ticket affiliate programs. Instead of linking to a $20 rod on Amazon, you link to a $500 fishing kayak with a specialized retailer paying 10% commission. Within 30 days of work, you haven't just fixed the site. You have transformed the economics. That site that was making $50 is now making $600 a month. Phase 4, the flip or the hold. Now you have a decision to make. You bought the site for $1,500. It is now making $600 a month. Valuation at 35x multiple equals $21,000. You turned $1,500 into $21,000 in roughly 3 months. That is a 1,300% return on investment. Try getting that in the stock market. Try getting that flipping a physical house. Option A, the flip. You list the site for sale. You walk away with $21,000 cash. You now have enough money to buy a much bigger site. This is the snowball effect. Option B, the hold. You keep the site. You have a passive income stream of $600 a month, $7,200 a year. You use that cash flow to pay your rent or buy groceries. You hire a writer to keep adding content so the site keeps growing. Phase 5, the portfolio strategy. To get to a millionaire net worth, you don't just flip one site, you build a portfolio. Imagine you own a fishing site making $2,000 mo, a gardening site making $1,500 mo, a tech troubleshooting site making $3,000 mo, a pet care site making $1,000 mo. Your total monthly income is $7,500. That is $90,000 a year. You have replaced your salary, but your net worth, $7,500 x 35 equals $262,500. You are a quarter millionaire, and you can manage this portfolio in about 5 to 10 hours a week. The unique twist, the newsletter layer. Here is the secret weapon that most website flippers miss. Most websites rely on Google. Google is fickle. Google changes algorithms. To secure your wealth, you need to build a fence around your land. That fence is an email list. On every site you buy, you immediately add a pop-up. Join the weekly fishing tips newsletter. You collect emails. Now you own the audience. If Google disappears tomorrow, you can still send an email to 10,000 fishermen promoting a new kayak. This increases the valuation of your asset significantly. Buyers pay a premium for an email list because it is owned audience versus rented audience. The psychology of the digital landlord. Why is this a superior path to wealth? Liquidity. Selling a house takes months. Selling a website can happen in 7 days on a platform like Empire Flippers. Decentralization. You can own assets in different niches. If the fishing industry crashes, your gardening site is fine. You are diversified. Scalability. To manage 10 physical houses, you need a property management team, plumbers, and headaches. To manage 10 websites, you need one laptop and maybe one virtual assistant. The barrier, the technical fear. The reason everyone isn't doing this is fear. They look at hosting and DNS and plugins and they freeze. They think they need to be a coder. This is the gatekeeper's lie. Managing a WordPress site in 2025 is as easy as managing a Facebook profile. It is point and click. There are thousands of YouTube tutorials that show you exactly what to do. The barrier is not intelligence. The barrier is the willingness to learn a new interface. Start your homework. So how do you start today? Step 1. The education. Spend 1 week immersing yourself. Read the website flip. Watch videos on niche site case studies. Learn the vocabulary, SEO, SERP, backlinks, CTR. Step 2. The first swing. If you have $0, build one from scratch. Pick a hobby write 30 articles, learn the ropes. If you have $1,000, go to Flippa. Look at the under $2,000 section. Look for ugly sites with age. The path to financial freedom does not always require you to invent the future. Sometimes it just requires you to polish the present. The world is dirty, things break, grass grows. This is the rhythm of life. You can either ignore it or you can monetize it. You are the architect. You can build a life where you earn money from the sweat of the city without ever breaking a sweat yourself. It requires courage. It requires dealing with unsexy problems. But the view from the top, the view of a bank account that fills up while you sleep, that is beautiful. Clean houses, dirty hands metaphorically, full pockets. Go build your empire. The neighborhood is waiting.